We'll start in a seated meditation. So come to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Close your eyes. And just take as much time as you need to find stillness in your body. Get all the wiggles out. Make any adjustments that you need so that you feel comfortable. And exhale all the air out of the lungs. And start to take a deep breath in, feeling the belly filling up, the chest filling up. A final sip of air into the throat. Hold it in at the top. And then big open mouth exhale. And another round like that. Inhale, fill up through the belly, the chest. Big sip of air into the throat space. And then open mouth exhale. And then final round, inhale, fill the belly. Let the breath move into the chest. Last sip of air into the throat. Hold at the top. And then open mouth exhale. And then seal the lips and start to find Ujjayi pranayama, finding an inhalation through the nose, slight constriction in the back of the throat. And then exhale out the nose, still finding that constriction. So it's an audible breath. We use Ujjayi pranayama to both start to warm the internal body, but also sort of soothe over the nervous system. And as you sit and breathe, bring your hands to heart center, Atman Anjali Mudra. And bow the chin towards the heart, taking a moment to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe an intention for yourself or maybe for someone else. How can taking this time out of your day either benefit you or whoever or whatever you're setting your intention to? Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Then seal the lips, re-find your Ujjayi pranayama. Gently blink the eyelids open. And you're gonna reach your arms out to a T and inhale the left arm towards the sky. You'll bring the palm to face back and then towards the back of the heart. You'll just capture the left elbow with the right hand. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, find a side body stretch over to the right. So keep grounding and weighting through that left sitting bone. Deep breath into the left ribs. And big exhale. Gently come back through center, and then we'll just switch hands. So your right hand, you'll flip the palm to face the wall behind you, and then grab the elbow, slide the palm down the back, trying to hug the low front ribs in. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, side body stretch to the left, really grounding and finding weight through that right sitting bone. A deep breath in. Big exhale. And inhale back through center. Release the hands. And then you're just going to extend the right leg out to the right. So the sole of the foot sort of towards the inside of the right groin. Right, you're going to bring your right hand over to the left thigh. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and over. And a side body stretch. And if you want to start to roll the heart open here, you can start to barrel the ribs up towards the sky, letting that right rib lead the left. Keep weighting through the left sitting bone. Good. Inhale, gently rise back up. Spin the torso to frame the right leg. And as you exhale, reach the heart forward as you walk the hands forward in space. Just finding Janusrisasana, finding a little twist through the spine and that forward fold. You should feel this in the outer left hip. A deep breath in, send the breath all the way down to the lower back. Big exhale. And one more inhale here. And exhale, let it go. And gently start to round back up. And we'll go ahead and take the other side. So you'll extend the left leg, bring the sole of the right foot in. And then your left hand will come over to the right thigh. We'll inhale, sweep the right arm up and over, finding our side body stretch. Now again, if you want to start to roll the heart open towards the sky, you can start to barrel the ribs open. Still trying to keep the right and left ribs knitted together so they move as one. And then inhale, rise back up. Good. And then twist to frame the left thigh with the ribs. Inhale, reach the heart forward. And exhale, fold. A deep breath into the lower back. Every time you exhale, see if you can melt the heart a little bit further forward on that left thigh. Good. One more deep breath in. Big exhale. And gently rise back up. And then we'll just take one more little stretch here. You'll bring both feet together for Baddha Konasana, bound angle. And if you need to bring your feet farther away from the pelvis, you can. You'll feel the stretch more in the lower back than the groin. We'll take a deep breath in. As you exhale, start to fold forward over the legs. You can just let the chin fall in towards the heart here. Maybe let the tongue release from the roof of the mouth. Deep breath in. And big exhale. And one more inhale here. And exhale, empty out. And gently start to round back up. Good. And then we'll just tap into our core before we start to get into our flow. So we're going to take Navasana boat pose. I like to grab underneath my hamstrings first and then find a long spine. So use the bicep strength to lift the heart higher. And then from there, lift one shin, then the other. Maybe check back in using the arms to find a long spine. And then maybe try to release the hands. If it feels okay here at the beginning of class, maybe start to straighten the legs. Holding for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, cross the ankles. And then we'll come to a tabletop position. Good. So in your tabletop position, spread the fingers nice and wide. And then you're going to walk your hands one palm print forward in space. Tuck the toes here, and then inhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. And in your down dog, if it's your first down dog of the day, maybe try pedaling out the legs. You can bend right knee, then left, or any other organic movement. I always like to remind people that you can find stillness right away if that's what you need. That's also an option. And when you do finally settle into the static pose, spread all 10 fingers nice and wide, ground down through all 10 knuckles. Maybe find a little micro bend in the knees, lift the tailbone higher, and then start to re-extend the heels down towards the mat. And feel the outer upper arm bones hugging in towards one another. So really active arms. I like to think of down dog as a really active pose versus a resting posture. So if you ever do need a resting posture, you can find child's pose or a seat if you ever need. So take a deep breath in through the nose. And a big exhale, let it go. Good. One more inhale, roll the upper inner thighs back. And exhale, empty out. And on your next inhale, roll forward, find a high plank position. Hug the fronts of the thighs towards the backs of the thighs. Reach the heels back, away from the crown of the head. And as you exhale, slowly lower down, trying to get everything to arrive at once. We'll untuck the toes. Inhale, peel the heart up and back. Bhujangasana, baby cobra. So micro tuck the chin, lengthen through the back of the neck. Deep breath in. And exhale, release the forehead down. Good, tuck the toes firm through the thighs. As you inhale, you'll lift either tabletop or straight to high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good, deep breath in. Big exhale. And one more inhale here. And exhale, let it go. And on your next inhale, gaze forward, bend the knees. And then as you exhale, step the feet all the way to the top of the mat. And let your feet be about hips width distance apart. And then you're gonna go ahead and fold forward, maybe grabbing opposite biceps with that little bend in the knees, finding ragdoll. You can just let the chin fall in towards the heart. And that little bend in the knees helps us to find a release in the low back. So a lumbar spine release. Even if you notice your jaw clenching here, see if you can let the teeth separate a little bit. And gently release, fingertips down to the mat. Option to toe heel the feet together to touch if you like. We'll bend the knees and inhale, start to round up, stacking one vertebra on top of the next. Moving nice and slow. And then when you arrive at the top, go ahead and roll the shoulders back, flipping the palms to face forward. Good. Flex the toes towards the shins, find that lifting up action towards the kneecaps, the inner thighs zipping up in towards the pubic bone. And spread the toes back down. Good. As you inhale, sweep arms up overhead, gaze lifts, Urdhva Hastasana, high prayer. And as you exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, find a halfway lift, hands to mat, inner thighs. Good. And then as you exhale, you're going to step the left foot back, find a runner's lunge. And find a little bit of lift, a little levity up through the heart space, hugging that right hip back. And make sure that left thigh is really active here. Deep breath in. But as you exhale, you're going to start to walk your hands to the left, moving into Prasarita Padottanasana. So feet parallel, just folding forward. Still keep the activeness in the thighs. So keep lifting and contracting through the fronts of the thighs. Keep lifting through the inner arches of the feet. All the while, as you're contracting the front side of the legs, you're lengthening the back sides. Good. Inhale, find a halfway lift. And then as you exhale, start to walk the hands over to the left. So you're finding a runner's lunge at the back of the mat. Good. Plant your palms down. Try not to lift the hips very high as you do this. You're going to step the left foot back, high plank. Deep breath in. And then exhale, knees to the mat, chest to the mat, chin to the mat. Good. Gaze forward, slide the heart through. Inhale, Bhujangasana, baby cobra. And exhale, forehead releases. Good. Tuck the toes. Inhale, either high plank or tabletop. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath. Inhale here. Exhale, really ground down. Another round. Inhale. Exhale. And last round of breath here. Make it big. Inhale, fill up all the way. And exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. And step with the opposite leg or hop to the top of the mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. We'll inhale, rise all the way up. 1 breath, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, this time step the right leg back, find your runner's lunge. And reach the heart forward, peel the left hip back. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, start to walk the hands to the right, finding Prasarita Padottanasana. At this time, feel free to switch up your arm variation if you want to grab the outside edges of the feet. If you have a can or block at home, you can put your head on that. Or if you want to interlace your hands at your low back, reach them overhead for Prasarita C, you can. Just notice if you're taking this variation, if all your weight is sinking back into your heels as a counterbalance, try to shift some more weight forward and lift up once again through the fronts of the thighs. That way you feel supported, but have equal weight in the feet. Good. 1 more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, find your halfway lift. And then exhale, runner's lunge to the front of the mat. So hands frame the right foot. Good. Zip the low belly up and in. Try not to hike the hips up through this transition. You're going to inhale, step the right leg back. And exhale, knees to the mat, chest to the mat, chin to the mat. Gaze forward, slide the heart through. Untuck the toes. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Good. Tuck the toes. Inhale, tabletop or plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. 3 Ujjayi breaths. Inhale here. Exhale, ground down. Maybe reconnecting with your intention. Inhale. Big exhale. And last one here. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, let it go. Good. On your next inhale, you'll bend the knees, gaze forward. And exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Good. This time we'll inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. And then exhale, bring the hands down by the sides, Tadasana. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, sit the hips back, Uttanasana, chair pose. So think about lengthening the tailbone down and back. Make sure you can see all 10 toes when you gaze down. If not, shift the hips back further. And keep wrapping those pinky fingers in towards one another. So externally wrapping through the shoulders. One more deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And then as you exhale, step back, find your high plank position. Good. So you can take knees, chest, chin, or any other variation. But if you're ready for Chaturanga, we'll inhale, shift the weight forward. And exhale, lower halfway, elbows frame the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Knees lift off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Another round. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, sweep the right leg high to the sky. But as you exhale, you're going to step the foot all the way through. Runner's lunge. And you might need to toe heel the right foot out an inch to the right. Spin the back foot down at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, warrior one. So in warrior one, we want to keep that right knee over the ankle, but keep peeling that right hip back. So just try not to bring the knee with it. Okay, keep pressing through the outer edge of the left foot. One more deep breath in here. As you exhale, you'll plant the palms, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Inhale, lift the left leg high. And exhale, step it through, runner's lunge. Good. Spin the back foot down. Inhale, warrior one. So we're lifting up through the chest, hugging the left hip back, but try not to bring the knee with it. So keep that knee bent over the ankle. Good. One more deep breath in. And exhale, bring the hands down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Hold and breathe. This is more of a traditional sun salutation B. We're going to flow through that with our breath. So we'll hop to the top, chair, Chaturanga, and then we'll take warrior one on both sides right away. See if you can let warrior one be the in breath and lowering all the way through Chaturanga be the out breath. Good. So on your next inhale, gaze forward, bend the knees. Then exhale, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, palms by the side, Tadasana. Inhale, Uttanasana, chair pose. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then as you exhale, step or maybe hop back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, inhale, right leg high. And exhale, step it through, runner's lunge. Inhale, warrior one breath. Exhale carries us all the way down through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right away, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through, runner's lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Another inhale here. We're going to do this one more time. Big exhale. On your next inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Then exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms sweep overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms by the side, Tadasana. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step or hop, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step through runner's lunge. Spin the back foot down. Inhale, warrior one. Then exhale, plant the palms, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, empty out. Last one, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Next inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. And exhale, step or hop, top of the mat. And we'll inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Good. So you should feel pretty warm now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come to the ball of the left foot, turn the left knee out using your outer glute muscles. And then from there, after you find your natural range of motion, you can lift your foot to your calf or maybe the inner thigh for a tree pose. Just avoid the knee joint. But you're gonna press the thigh into the foot into the thigh. You can keep your hands at heart center. If you feel like you're gonna fall, just press them together. Or if you wanna play with a different arm variation, such as growing your tree, palms overhead, or maybe hands on hips, if that's more sturdy, you can. You'll focus your drishti, your gaze at one point. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Another round, inhale. Exhale. Letting those right toes relax if they're gripping. Good. One more deep breath in. But as you exhale, you're going to keep this slight external rotation of the back leg. You'll bend the right knee and you're going to try to gently land back in your warrior one. So you have that same turnout of the left leg, right knee is pointing forward. Good. If you need to toe heel the right foot out, you can. We're going to interlace our hands at our low back. Inhale, trace the knuckles down the back thigh as you lift through the heart. Exhale, fold forward, humble warrior. So you can let the torso rest on that right thigh. Or if you want to try to tuck it inside the knee, you can. If it's inside the knee, squeeze the knee in towards the body. So adducting and hug that right hip back. Now if your gaze is down, see if you can let the neck relax more by letting the gaze fall back. Good. Take some weight out of the right leg. We're really activating the left. Press to the outer edge of the back foot. Good. And then gently release the hands out to the sides. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. As you exhale, you'll cactus the arms, find a little lift through the heart, baby back bend. Inhale, arms reach overhead. And exhale, plant the palms, spin to the ball of the back foot, and step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. That's always optional. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Another round, inhale. Exhale. Last one, resetting. Inhale, fill up all the way. And exhale, let it go. And on your next inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. And exhale, step or hop. Top of the mat. Good. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Right, so again, you're gonna come to the ball of the right foot and then turn the knee out to the side. So using your natural range of motion here. And then try to lift the foot to the calf, keeping your drishti or gaze at one point. And then maybe bringing it all the way up to the left inner thigh or groin, but avoiding the knee joint. Good. Press the foot into the thigh, thigh into the foot. Try to keep the waistband level, parallel with the mat. Then your hands can be at heart center, or they can take any variation, maybe even switching the gaze up, testing the balance, gazing up. Just make sure you're holding the pose, but not the breath. So the breath stays fluid here. If the toes are gripping the mat, see if you can spread them back down. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Good. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, you're going to bend the left knee. Keep this slight external rotation of the back leg and step the right leg back into your warrior one. Good. So if you need to make adjustments, walk the left foot out, you can. And from here, we'll go ahead and take the opposite interlace of the fingers at the low back. So opposite pinky finger on bottom. Inhale, lift the heart up, reach up. And exhale, humble warrior. So torso comes over the thigh. Maybe tuck the shoulder inside the knee. You can let the gaze be down or maybe let the gaze fall back. So keep hugging the knee into the shoulder if it's there, and keep hugging that left hip back. Deep breath in. See if you can let the facial muscles relax. Another round, inhale here. And exhale, let it go. And gently release the hands down. Inhale, sweep the arms back up. Virabhadrasana 1. So as you exhale, cactus the arms. Start a little back bend, but keep the heart lifting up towards the sky. So take this out of the low back. Inhale, arms reach overhead. And exhale, plant the palms. Step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. A deep breath in. Big exhale. Another round, inhale here. And exhale, let it go. One more inhale. And exhale, let it all out. Inhale, sweep the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. As you exhale, move through knee to nose. And step the foot through runner's lunge. And you'll spin the back foot down. Inhale, open up. Warrior two. So your shoulders are over your hips. Arms are to a T. And you're relaxing shoulders down the back, but you're reaching distance between the shoulder blades. Good. Keep lifting up through the inner arches of the feet, gently dragging the heels towards one another so you feel the inner thighs contracting. Take a deep breath in. Then as you exhale, you're going to bend the back knee, flex the right foot, and find Skandasana. So if this is bad on your knees, you can sit on a block or any prop you have at home, or if you don't have one, just keep the weight forward in the hand so it's not so much on that left knee joint. Or maybe even roll a blanket underneath the left heel if it's lifting. Good. So if this feels okay, maybe bring the hands to heart center. Now, there is the option for taking a bind around that left shin. But just like we did at the very beginning of class, if you want to find that side body stretch in just sort of a different shape, you can bring right hand to the left calf or left ankle and reach over, maybe trying to capture that right ankle or foot. Finding a deeper variation. Try not to let this front knee fall inwards, right? So it's tractioning back. Deep breath in. Big exhale. One more inhale. And wherever you are as you exhale, come back. Good. So you're gonna walk your hands in the direction of the bent knee. Find your runner's lunge. You're gonna plant your right hand down, spin to the outer edge of the right foot, finding Vashisthasana side plank. Now to modify, you can lower this right knee. Otherwise, a few variations today. Since we've been doing tree pose, you can find your tree pose, foot on the right inner thigh. Or maybe even step the foot behind you and reach the arm overhead for wild thing. So just finding a little lift through the heart and the hips, trying to plant the sole of the right foot all the way down. Deep breath in. And exhale, come back through your side plank. Plant the left palm, always optional, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing, shoulders roll back. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Inhale here. Exhale. Another round. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale, fill up all the way like a balloon. And exhale, let all the air out of the lungs. Good. Inhale, float the left leg high to the sky. And exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. And exhale, step it all the way through. Runner's lunge. So again, you're going to spin the back foot down. Inhale, open up, warrior two. So shoulders are right over the hips. Front knees right over the ankle. Shoulders relaxed, but shoulder blades spread wide apart. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lunge, lower, lift up through the inner arches of the feet. Good. One more inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to bend the back knee, flex the left foot, and find Skandasana. Same modifications apply. So if you have a block you can sit on or anything to add a little height, you can, or If you don't, just have the weight forward in the hands or roll a blanket under that heel if it's lifted. Otherwise, sit back. And you can take a few options. So either hands at heart center, reaching the chest forward, smiling through the collarbones. Or maybe if you took a bind on the other side. And finally, if you want to go deeper into the side body stretch, you'll grab the right ankle, the left hand. And inhale, sweep that right arm over, trying to capture the ankle or perhaps the foot. And think about rolling the heart open. Don't let this right knee fall in. Keep using those outer thigh muscles to draw the knee back. A deep breath in. Big exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. And gently walk the hands back. And then you'll keep walking them over towards the right foot, coming into your runner's lunge. Good. So this time you're going to plant the left hand down. Spin to the outer edge of the left foot. And find your side plank. Again, you can lower the left knee down for modified side plank. Or maybe bring the sole of the foot on top of the thigh for a tree pose. Or step the foot behind you, lifting through the heart, reaching the right arm overhead for wild thing. Keep lifting through the hips. Find that steady breath. Deep breath in. And big exhale. Move through side plank. And then lower the right hand down, optional Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take some cleansing breaths in through the nose. And this time out the mouth. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale here. Biggest exhale, let something go. And inhale, float the right leg high. Bend the knee, roll the hip open, 3-legged dog. If you gaze back, you should see that left heel still behind the toe, so it's not turning in or out. A deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the knee to the outside of the right tricep, and then step the foot outside the right hand for your lizard pose. And from here, you'll inhale, lower the hips, lift through the heart. And then exhale, straighten the legs, sort of a Uttanasana pyramid variation. Good, you can come to your fingertips if you like. Inhale, lower the hips, lift the heart. And exhale, reach the hips back and fold. One more. Inhale here. And exhale, draw the hips back, especially that outer right hip. And inhale, return to your lizard. You're going to plant the palms. Come up to the right tiptoe, squeeze the knee into the shoulder. First, lift the foot. Hold for the exhale. And then inhale, come back to your 3-legged dog. So rolling that hip open. Now this time you might decide you want to go a little bit further. We just did wild thing. So if you want to take flip dog, you'll start to roll the hips open, land the back foot, and then reach the right arm overhead. It's a little bit deeper than wild thing. But you're lifting up through the heart space. Maybe the gaze is falling back. Not letting that left shoulder sink into the ear. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the right hand to the heart. Gaze down towards the left hand. And gently come back to your downward facing dog. A deep breath in. Big exhale. Good. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg high, bend the knee, roll the hip open, three-legged dog. Again, gaze back. Make sure you still see that right heel is behind the toes. It's not sort of doing anything wonky, like turning in or out. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the knee to the outside of the left tricep and step the foot down. So a lizard, active lizard, knees lifted in the back leg. Take a deep breath in, reach the heart forward, lower the hips. And exhale, lift them back. So Uttanasana variation. So you can come to fingertips if you like. Inhale, lower, lifting through the heart. And exhale, draw the hips back. Good, one more. Inhale. Letting the breath fuel you. Exhale. Good. Inhale, rebend the knees, plant the palms. You'll come to the ball of the left foot. Squeeze the knee into the shoulder. First lift the foot. Take a deep breath in. Hold for the exhale. And then inhale, return to your three-legged dog. So again, stay here, opening up through the inner groin and hips. Or if you want, you can start to flip your dog, bringing that left foot down behind you. Lifting the hips up. And maybe the gaze falls back towards the left fingertips. Again, it's a little bit deeper than Wild Thing. Try not to let the shoulders sink in towards the ear. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the left hand to heart. Gaze down. And step back. Downward facing dog. A deep breath in. Big exhale. One more inhale here. And exhale, lower to your knees. And have a seat. Good. So I'll turn to face you so you can see what we're doing. We're going to start with our feet in Baddha Konasana. Good. Sit nice and tall. Take a moment to catch your breath here. Good. Then from here, you're going to go ahead and lift the heels up and grab the inside of the feet. You're grabbing the heels. And then refine your posture, sitting nice and tall. Maybe this is enough. Good. If you're ready, you'll start to draw that right foot back, keeping the knee bent, reaching the heart forward in space. And maybe extending the leg and drawing it back as you draw the heart forward. Relax that right shoulder down if you can. Good. We have the beauty of our computer screen, right, to track our posture. And then bring that foot back. We'll do the other side. So starting with a flex foot, just draw that knee back, reach the heart forward. A deep breath in. Big exhale. And then maybe straightening the leg and trying to draw it back behind you. If this left shoulder is cranking up, see if you can relax it down. Deep breaths. And gently rebend the knee. And then you probably know where we're headed, so we're gonna try to do both. So we'll go ahead and start with the flex feet. For some of us, this might feel easier or harder than the other part of this, but try to reach the heart forward. And then from there, if you want, you can start to straighten the legs, try to lift the heart. It's okay if you fall backwards, just come right back up. We're in our apartments. Perfect time to practice. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. And then extend the legs out wide. If you need to flip so you have the full length of the mat, you can. You're going to take Uttanasana, which is the more relaxed variation of that. Just inhale, sit nice and tall. And as you exhale, you can start to walk the hands forward. I sometimes like to slide a block or two underneath my forehead. They have a lot of different heights. When you get about halfway to your full range of motion, just check and make sure these feet aren't turning in. Try to traction the knees to point up. And then reach out from the hips and maybe go a little bit lower. You're all the way down, maybe resting your forehead on your hands. Have your arms out to the side, one ear to the mat. So whatever works best for you. It's going to be a pretty intense inner groin stretch. We'll be here for 5, 10-second breaths, inhaling. And exhaling. And this pose might not work for you if you have SI joint pain. So if that's the case, just find Baddha Konasana, soles of feet together, knees wide. And gently walk the hands back up. And then scoop up under the knees, sort of like shovels. Gently walk the feet back in, no rushed movements here. So I'm going to do a little bit more heart opening and then some deep reclined hip stretches, so as deep as you want to take them. So we'll have 2 options for heart opening today. You can take either of them, one of them, none of them, or maybe even a restorative version of them. We'll be taking bridge and wheel. If you're taking the restorative version, you know that it's sliding blocks underneath that flat bone at the low back, your sacrum. The active version, you're going to go ahead and walk your feet in towards your fingertips. Pull the shoulder blades underneath you. If you need extra support, grab the outside edges of the mat. And then start by pressing the soles of the feet down into the mat, sealing the low back down. And then continue to find that tucking up motion as you start to lift the tailbone up towards the backs of the knees. And shift the heart towards the chin. Good. Keep pressing the chin away from the chest. Pressing the back of the head into the mat. Then maybe you'll shimmy the shoulders underneath the heart. Finding a little shelf there, interlacing the hands. Now, if you ever practice plow pose or shoulder stand in yoga, and that just doesn't work with your anatomy, you get a lot of the same benefits out of this pose. You get that same flexion and extension in the neck. Good. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently release the hands and lower one vertebra at a time. Bring the feet a little bit wider apart, knees knock in towards one another. Just take a few deep breaths, resetting. And so our next back bend is wheel. Feel free to take bridge again or another variation, or just stay here in this constructive rest. The wheel, you're going to bring your hands behind you, fingers pointing towards the shoulders, elbows draw in towards one another. And your feet are still hips width distance apart, toes point forward. As you inhale, you're gonna press into the hands, come to the crown of the head first. Notice as the elbows are already flowing out. Draw them back in. And then inhale, press into the hands. Now the weight's gonna wanna be in the outer edges of your feet. Press down through the big toe ball down to the feet. Roll the inner thighs down a little bit so you feel more space in the low back. Then from there, keep pressing the heart forward in space. If you need more space, you can come to the tiptoes or have your hands or feet on blocks. And if you're feeling more open, maybe work towards straightening the legs. Still pressing through the big toe ball down to the feet. Rolling the inner thighs down. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, gaze up. Lower to the back of the head. Lower down. And then either take constructive rest again, knees knocking in towards one another, or let the knees windshield wiper side to side. Just finding a little lumbar spine release. We're gonna do a reclined pigeon progression, and it might go a little bit deeper than your regular reclined pigeon. So just listen to your body, stop wherever you need to. Okay, so you're gonna start with your left foot on the ground, cross right ankle over the left knee. Keep flexing that right foot. And then maybe you'll decide to reach through, grab for the left hamstring or shin. Just finding a gentle stretch here, not forcing anything. And so in these deep hip openers, anytime there's any pressure on the knee, we really want to listen in. Our body is pretty wise. It'll tell you if you're going too far. Now, if you want to take this deeper, you'll go ahead and cradle your right shin. You can bring the foot into the left hand or elbow crease, and then the knee into the right elbow crease, and extend the left leg. So again, you can have right foot in hand or elbow crease and just find this cradle. This already might be pretty intense. It's pretty much the same shape as our pigeon when we take it belly down, except on our back. Now, if you want to take this even further, you're going to, see if I can remember the arms right, you're going to take your right hand and bring it underneath the shin. And then you're going to bring your left hand behind the head. You're making a little pillow like we did at the very beginning. I did this wrong. So you're going to bring your left arm underneath the right ankle. Sorry about that, guys. And then you're going to take that same arm variation behind the head that we did at the very beginning, that shoulder stretch. You're going to try to grab the left hand. So you've made a little pillow for your head. And then you're going to sit back. So getting into it can be the hardest part here. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale. Good. One more inhale here. Big exhale. And gently release. Very slowly. Draw the right knee in towards the right armpit. And just cross it over the body for a supine twist. You can cactus the arms or bring them out to a T. If it feels better to stack the knees here, you can. Maybe just let the eyes close. Deep breath in. Big exhale. And then gently come back through center. You're going to plant that right foot down and we'll switch sides. So left ankle crosses over the right knee. Keep the foot nice and flexed to protect the knee joint. And then if you want, you can reach through, grab for the right thigh or a hamstring. And just find a very gentle stretch in towards the body, not forcing or straining anything. A great thing you can do is every time you find that natural resistance, you've kind of hit your range of motion in a stretch, is to just hang out there and deepen the breath. The breath will take a very subtle extra step there for you to open up the muscles a little bit more, getting into that deeper connective tissue. But if you want to take this further though, you'll grab the right foot and bring the left knee into the left elbow crease, or perhaps maybe even bring the foot into the right elbow crease and extend the right leg. So you're cradling. You might decide right away that one side is significantly tighter than the other, and you don't need to go as far as you did on the other side. And take a deep breath in. And a big exhale. Another round, inhale. And exhale. And then gently, if you want to go further, I have the arms right this end. You'll bring the right elbow underneath the left ankle, palm facing towards your face. And then you'll bring that left arm around like you're doing that shoulder stretch like we did at the beginning of class. It'll come behind the head. You'll try to capture the fingers. Let the head rest back in the arm, sort of like a pillow, or a little hammock for your head. 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Inhale here. And exhale. Very gently release. Try not to make any sudden movements. Just draw that left knee into the chest. And gently cross it over the body for your supine twist on the other side. Again, if it feels better to stack the knees, you can. You can cactus the arms or bring them out to a T. Let the breath move all the way down into the hips here. Inhaling, expanding. And exhaling, twisting everything out. One more deep breath in. And exhale, gently draw back to center. Bring both knees into the chest. Nanda Bhavasana, happy baby. Just grab for the outside edges of the feet, ankles or hamstrings. Draw the knees down to frame the ribs. We rock side to side. Maybe fluttering the lips. Whatever feels like the best way to start to slowly move your body into a more relaxed state. And when you're ready, you'll just give your legs one final hug of gratitude in towards the body. Then you can go ahead and extend left leg, then right out long on the mat. Bring your palms face up by the sides, letting the heels splay open, the heart be open towards the sky. And just simply allow the eyelids to get heavier, the sinuses to soften, the jaw to soften. the throat to soften, the heart to soften, the belly to soften, the hips soften, the thighs soften, the shins soften, the ankles, feet, arms, wrists, and hands all soften. The entire body is relaxed. Final Shavasana. Feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like into the rest of your afternoon. I'll leave the class here. You can always message me after class if you didn't get the playlist or if you want more information on other times that I'm teaching. If you have questions, feedback, or anything, let me know. Thank you all for taking this time to practice with me today, taking this time to practice for you, and sharing your energy with one another, even from one space, our space, to yours. Namaste.